huh? I ain't gon' fuck the nigga bitch, cause I know she a eater, huh? Last time I wiped the bitch.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I didn't mean to start the video, but welcome back to another video. It's your boy Mighty, and today, we'll be reacting to Cheating Spouse Horror Story Animated. So, this is not the only animation show we're gonna be reacting to. So we're gonna be reacting to two more. So basically, three animated videos, horror animated videos, and one video. Yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe, and put down in the comments whatever video you want me to react to next. So let's get straight into the video. Cheating spouse horror story. That freak. That is it.
Like every other day when Tanya got home from work, she found Jack in the kitchen cooking dinner. But today was special because it was their wedding anniversary and he was expecting Tanya home early. But she was home late again. Maybe she forgot that it was their wedding anniversary. Jack used to work from home and he always took care of everything around the house for Tanya. Made sure her dinner was always ready on time. But since past 2 months, Tanya's behavior was not the same with him. Tanya was unhappy. She didn't have the same feelings for him anymore.
I don't understand how this is gonna be a horror story.
There was a time when she was madly in love with him.
So love is a horror story? Like
this is why, despite being such a wealthy and established woman, she married a poor guy like Jack.
A poor guy. Wow. So you want to with him for the money? You freaking bot.
You have to confront him. It boils my blood when I see you with him.
I'm gonna end it with him tonight. I just can't pretend anymore. I can't do it. Thank you so much for everything.
Alright. For my outcome, I really feel like he's gonna be like the dude right here. This dude right here. I think it's either her husband or him is going to try to kill one another. Well, not one another, but like, alright, this is what I'm thinking. I think he is going to try to kill her husband, right? Or her husband is going to try to kill her.
Of course I love you. And I'm always here for you.
No, he's not.
Hey, I'm home.
Hey honey, you're late again? I thought you'd be home early today.
For what?
Don't tell me you forgot. It's our wedding anniversary today.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got caught up with work.
It's okay, baby. I made your favorite soup today.
Really? How nice of you, Jack. You take care of me so much. Sometimes you make me feel that nothing. Let's just celebrate.
There's poison in that. Don't eat it.
Smells lovely.
Smell like rat poison.
I love you so much, honey. Since the day we met,
He's trying to kill you.
your beautiful eyes put a spell over my heart. And my love for you has grown every moment since. Happy wedding anniversary.
Shall we?
Don't eat it. You finna die.
Oh.
Aw. Let me grab some tissues.
The freak.
Thanks.
Oh. You really trying to kill the dude, bruh. Evil dude, man. That man feels like, ah. What the freak? You put an eyeball in there? You put a freak. Wait, what? She put an eyeball in
Oh God, he's gonna be so happy. I booked tickets and everything. He always wanted to go to Paris. I think it's gonna be the best birthday surprise ever. I'm so excited. Poor him, he looked so upset when I told him I'm gonna be late tonight. I felt so bad, but the surprise will cheer him up. Oh yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Oh. Okay. She must have found him cheating. No, but it's his spouse.
Wow, these beautiful blue eyes. I can't tell you enough how much I love you. I never want this moment to end.
Well, the only way we can be together forever is when your nasty wife is gone from your life.
Don't worry, next wedding anniversary is gonna be her last. I have a very special surprise planned for her. This beautiful house will be ours then.
So they trying
No
to
more
poison
games
each
of
other?
hide and seek.
So how are you gonna do it?
Simple. We'll add the poison in her favorite soup.
That's what I'm saying. I knew it,
Hello?
Hello, Tanya. Are you okay?
It's over. Thank you so much, brother, for helping me cope with all the trauma and depression that man had given me. I'm at peace now.
Oh no, bro. All right, well, reading that, you guys, I'm gonna put their channel into the in my description, so you guys can go watch their channel in this video. So I don't. I'm just saying I don't own this video. Just saying. So let's get into the next reaction. Okay, so this one is called "The Most Strange Police Who I Met at School." I don't know what this one means, but let's just get into it.
My name is Danny. Last year, I entered the high school as a freshman.
Why do you look like Vault Boy?
One day, while I was in PE class, the coach allowed us to
Like
get water
Vault Boy
one at a
before,
time,
like the
and I was the first student to go. I rushed inside one of the buildings from the courtyard to find the nearest water fountain. Since the building was pretty old, the only two fountains on the first floor were unusable due to rusty pipes. The only option was to go down into the unused basement, knowing that no one was allowed. I was nervous since none of the electricity was working, as it's only used during the summer. However, I forced myself and made my way down using the hallway light upstairs to guide me to the fountain. As I was drinking water, someone grabbed my shoulder abruptly. He was a tall man, to be in his early 30s, with a police badge. He said seriously, "I was ordered to take you, boy. Your school is in danger right now." Just then, he started to pull me. In my 14-year-old head, I believed I was going to be saved from this school danger. He pulled me through the back door to a black van, but all of a sudden, I felt uncomfortable in my stomach, so I told him that I wanted to use the restroom. I came inside to the restroom and he said that he was going to wait outside the door. The bathroom was stinky. While I was using the restroom, thinking hurry to finish, I asked him about what's going on, or where is everybody else, and so on. But he didn't answer at all. When I came out, the man was gone. Then I heard the back door slam. I turned around and there was that man. The guy had a knife and he pointed at me across the scarcely visible hall. I was terrified. I screamed and started to run. He also started sprinting toward me at an alarming rate, and then I felt burning on my back and finally blacked out. When I woke up again to unbearable pain, I noticed that I was in the hospital, and my parents, big brother, and the principal were standing beside me. Apparently, I was stabbed in the back twice. The principal said there was an announcement that someone invaded the school over the intercom. However, I wasn't able to hear it since the speakers didn't work because there was no electricity down there. Fortunately, the cops were able to break the wooden basement door down so they could catch that guy. If that door held up for only a little while longer, I wouldn't be here today. He could have done much worse. To this day, I always thank God that I'm alive.
That? What the nobody told you to pop up. But that was kind of like, it wasn't scary, but it's just like, okay, this one is called My Ex-Colleague Tried to Kill Me.
Back when I was 21 years old, I was a strategic firearms commander. This meant that I led a team into dangerous situations that oftentimes involves hostages or civilians who carried guns or other deadly weapons. I had a second-in-command firearms commander working beside me. His name was Callum, and he was my best friend. We always hung out outside of work. While on duty, he would always joke around and make us crack a smile, even when we were dealing with pretty distressful stuff. We once had a case where a man had possession of a firearm, and we were assigned to take care of it. Callum seemed particularly eager and jumped out of the van before it even came to a full stop. When the rest of the team reached the scene, the man was already shot. Callum still had the gun in his hand. Soon after, I asked Callum why he was so eager to do it. And then he said he had no specific reason. He was just excited. I believed him because he was my best friend. Later on, when I was looking at the man who was shot, I looked him up on social media and realized that he and Callum added each other on Facebook. Upon further investigation, I realized that there were thousands of messages sent between the two where Callum revealed sensitive information about several operations. I knew that he killed this man on purpose, but I had no way of proving it. He was taken to court and was sentenced to 3 years in jail for perverting the court of justice. I testified against him and was no longer his friend. When I was 24 years old, I was still on the firearms team. All that happened with Callum was behind me, and I was happy with my life. One night I went home really late after work. As I walked to my apartment, I realized that it was trashed. I called the police and they reported it, but there was not much they could do because I didn't have a CCTV. As I got into bed, I saw that there was a note on my bedside table. All it said was, "Remember me?" I instantly recognized Callum's handwriting. And now that he was out of prison, I thought that he would move on with his life. I was so wrong. This was his revenge. The next day, I went to the underground parking lot and I saw that my windscreen was smashed. It was clear that he wasn't over me testifying against him. Soon after, I also saw him near my apartment. I ran after him, but he ignored me and ran away. I tried calling his old number, but it was no longer in service. Then an envelope was sent through my door, and it contained hundreds of photos of me at work, home, and even out with my girlfriend at clubs and restaurants. These were all taken very recently. The last one, though, was a picture of Callum and I from years ago, and on the other side, written with a big red marker, were the words, "You're dead." I reported this as stalking and hoped he would end up back in prison. The police had gone to his listed address, but there was no one there. In fact, all of his bags were packed. I knew he was still in the area somewhere, though. One day I was by myself in an unmarked car, and I saw this Toyota Yaris, and it was driving close behind me. It was my gut instinct to get the plate number checked, and I was going to. But then I got a Priority 1 announcement on the radio saying there was a crazy man on a bus who had a knife and stabbed someone. I turned on my sirens and blue lights and headed to the accident. As I got on the bus, he was already arrested, and the ambulance was already there as well. As I was about to leave the bus, I heard a loud bang, and a man on the bus fell down. He was shot through the window by a man who was wearing a black hoodie. He immediately ran. I ran out of the bus and went to the boot of my car. I got my MP5 SF out, which was a large rifle with sniper capabilities. I ran after the suspect and radioed in. They gave me an order of critical shot, which meant I could shoot to kill the suspect. He ran through the town center and went to the left. I was worried about public safety as he had a large rifle as well. I realized instead of running after him, I needed to get on a roof and shoot down. I went to this building that had views of the right and left. It took me 5 minutes, and I was worried that he would have run away by now. As I got to the roof, I turned my gun to the sniper level. I used the eyepiece to scan, and I saw a man in a black hoodie running. I fired a shot, and he fell to the ground. By the time I got there, more armed policemen came to the area. I was shocked to see Callum. He was the one who followed me in the car behind me, and that shot in the bus was meant for me. But he missed. Callum was dead. I felt sad, but also relieved that this was all over. The man shot in the bus survived, and I was promoted for my diligent work. I'm still working in the force.
I have a vocal that I got from Splice.
I try to pause the video and give me an ad, bruh. Like, bro, I don't want no ad. Dang. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash that like button, subscribe, and you'll see more reactions, videos, and gameplay like this. I'm gonna do another reaction video later when my cousin Tabby come over. So, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.